What's going on, guys? I'm Mr. Rodriguez. You might know me from CCW videos, a wrestling organization that got disbanded. But I'm looking to break out, guys, and become a sports commentator. And the first story I'd like to cover is the Tim Tebow getting released a few days ago by the New York Jets. And while we're doing this, we're going to have a creation of Cheesecake, a field general quarterback, in Madden NFL 13 Connected Careers mode. So, and I'm going to just choose a random team here, just go through until I feel like stopping. But with Tim Tebow, you know, as the old saying goes, is we're going to be on the Vikings. As the old saying goes, everyone has an opinion, as we're going to be a high draft. And that is especially true with Tim Tebow. You know, we've heard him getting praised because, you know, he's a Christian. We've heard him getting bashed because he's a Christian. We've been heard him say, you know, if he's in the right place, he'll be he'll be a great quarterback, or you know, he just can't throw. Heard him say he's a perfectly good quarterback. You know, he can't play the quarterback position, moving to fullback. And you know, if you want to ask my opinion on the whole situation, my opinion is the coach's opinion. Now, if I'm coaching Tim Tebow, and I say, Tim, I want you to go play fullback, I should think he should be running out there saying, yes, sir, right away, and go playing some fullback. I mean, I have his book. Tim Tebow wrote a book. It was right after he got drafted for the Broncos. And he said, you know, throughout his life, when he used to play football, coaches will always say, you know, this didn't just start, you know, in college or in the... This didn't start in college or in the pros. It started, you know, that everybody thought he should be a you know, like a fullback, receiver, whatever. And his dad, I remember this quote. He said, like, one of the coaches was talking to Tim Tebow's dad, and the coach said, "Mr. Tebow, we think Timmy should play fullback." And his dad said, I think Timmy should play for another team. So his family's always been confident that he can be a good quarterback, and some analysts do too. But in my opinion, I play football. And in my opinion, if the coach goes out and says, you know, I want you to go return a punt, Tim Tebow, I mean, he should be going out there saying, yes, sir, right away. I mean, you know, the coach is there for a reason. I mean, in most cases, the coach has more football experience than you. Sometimes the coach has played football before, so he's in your position and he knows. And he's just wanting to do what's best for the team. And in my opinion, if you're not willing, if you're letting your ego, and I'm not saying this with Tim Tebow. Now, I'm not bashing Tim Tebow in any way. I think he's a decent quarterback. This is just about football in general. I don't want to get, you know, saying Mr. Rodriguez is bashing Tim Tebow. No, I'm not. I am saying that with anybody, if you need to follow what your coach says. If you're a quarterback and coach wants you to go play offensive line, you need to go play offensive line. If that's what he thinks will help the coach win, then that's what you're gonna do. I mean, plain and simple. Or that's, you know, my opinion on it. And you know, the coach is there for a reason, so he should be there. And you need to listen to your coach. Now, a lot of people have been saying, you know, getting back to Tim Tebow's situation, a lot of people have been saying, you know, Tim Tebow is going to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars, as you say, I guess Cheesecake is going to start. But, with your coach, sorry, I lost my train of thought there with Cheesecake. No, I want to get back to Tim Tebow because most of the people are saying, you know, he needs to go to Jaguars. Well, you know, after the draft, you know, teams sign a bunch of undrafted free agents. And, I mean, you hardcore football fans might know this. And I'm certainly a fan of football. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I play football. Football is one of my favorite sports. But the Jacksonville Jaguars actually acquired Aaron Rodgers' younger brother, Jordan Rodgers. He went to Vander. Oh, what a hit by Bowman. But they actually acquired Jordan Rodgers as an undrafted free agent. So they already have a quarterback. And besides, even if they didn't have Jordan Rodgers, they're already about, we're going to give Blaine Gabbert one more year. Blaine Gabbert's the guy. They thought David Garrard's the guy, but now they think Blaine Gabbert's the guy. So that's what Tim Tebow must have been talking about. But the thing about Tim Tebow is, my opinion on Tim Tebow is that he's going to have to do one of three things, which is, one, content on being a backup and be used in the option quarterback for the rest of his career. Two, get lucky and be on a team that's either already adapted to his style or is willing to adapt to his style, much like the Denver Broncos did when he led them into the playoffs. Or three, switch positions. Now, it all depends on the position switch. A lot of it's situations and things like that. Now, I was saying with the coach thing, I wouldn't put him at a free safety. I don't think Tim Tebow should be a free safety. But, I remember in the 2010 NFL draft when Tim Tebow, had that, I can't remember the number, but he had some ridiculous leaping percentage, or not leaping, jumping. He had like a ridiculous vertical. And, everybody was like, he should be a tight end, he should be a tight end. But at least Josh McDaniel, he thought he should be a quarterback. Now, I guess, I'm sorry, I keep losing my train of thought here in my first video, but my opinion of it is, if, say the Vikings, since, cupcakes on the Vikings, cheesecake, I keep thinking cupcake, since cheesecake's on the Vikings, say, the Vikings call up Tim Tebow, in 20 minutes and say, Mr. Tebow, we want you to go play with us. But I think, if the Vikings are planning on using him as a punt returner, then we should say, we're interested in you going as a punt returner. And, I think that you should at least have the, I don't want to say decency, but it's kind of like that. I think you should at least want to call Tim Tebow and say, yeah, Tim, we're coming. We want you to be a fullback, or we want you to be a wide receiver or whatever. So, like, he's not just like, yeah, I'm going to be the quarterback. It's like, oh, yeah, but we want you to play receiver. So that's actually my thought on Tim Tebow. So now I want to do a little bit of channel introduction. I want this to be a channel for you guys. I want to, make, except for Cupcake, because this was, or Cheesecake, that's going to kill me, this whole series. Except for Cheesecake, because that was my first video, so I had none of you guys to, really tell me what to do. I want this to be interactive, actually my next video, I want to make a NCAA 13 Road to Glory mode. And so what I was thinking with that is having a mode where, on my next video, I'm going to let you guys pick, say, who do you want to be? I guess Cupcake or Cheesecake, it's going to kill me, is not going to play the rest of the game. But I just want to do, I want to know what you guys want to do. So in my next video, I am going to go down, I'm going to pick 3 teams, a great team like Alabama, Notre Dame, a mid-card team like a Minnesota, something like that, and just like a UMass or a UTSA, which I prefer, but it's all about what you guys want, and I'm going to give you 3 days from the post of that video to decide. And I'm going to be posting mostly sports commentaries on football news, baseball news, and a little bit of basketball news. And some golf occasionally, just throw it in there. We might have like golf Sundays or golf Mondays or whatever. And I know that I need a PVP or whatever it's called where I can record it, but those things are pretty expensive. And so I'm going to probably try to get one of those in the upcoming months. It may not be till, Christmas. I might ask for that for Christmas, or my birthday is coming up. But give me your feedback besides the obvious. The obvious is like this and other things like that. So I know this video is getting about 10 minutes. I might be dragging it on. But Tell me, is Cupcake a good series I should continue? And hopefully, in just a little bit, I'm going to post the series reaction video. Not reaction, sorry. Keep losing my train of thought. I'm going to post the, which team should I do for Dynasty mode. And I also might want to do a Road to the Show, although I can never get my player called up. And maybe eventually like a Dynasty here or a Road to Glory mode. I want to have like maybe 3 or 4. So, see you guys later. Thumbs up for Cheesecake. Got it right that time. And peace.